You look at Isaiah 43, verse 2 as an anchor scripture. Look what it says. When you go through the deep waters, I will be with you. Do you know what kind of encouragement that is? That when God tells you to step out in crazy faith and start the business, and now you're in the deep, God says, if you go through the deep waters, I will be with you. It reminds me of another scripture that says, if God be for us, who can be against us? And too many of us are so caught up in who's not for us when we're not looking at who is with us. Now, my question to you is, how many things are you saying God is with you in that he's nowhere to be found? It says, as evening came, Jesus said to the disciples, let's cross to the other side of the lake. So they took Jesus in the boat and started out. I thought verse 36 would say, so they went to the other side. But look at the first 4 words. It says, so they took Jesus. Now, what that makes me understand is even if God gives an instruction and he's the one that told you start that job, he's the one that told you take your kids to that school, he's the one that told you to get into that relationship, you still have a decision if you're gonna take him to the place he instructed you to go. What I'm telling is, you take Jesus with you. Take him to school, take him to work, take him to the basketball court, take him to the boardroom, take him to the bedroom. Oh, y'all thought he wouldn't come to the bedroom and bless that thing? Jesus does not want to be the impressive part of your life. He wants to be the impactful part of your life. He doesn't care that everybody's impressed that you know scripture. That's what Sadducees and Pharisees were. There are people who knew the law and knew what the right thing were doing, but it didn't show up in their life. And what I'm telling you today is God saying, let me be the anchor that actually makes a difference in your life. Let me be the anchor that actually changes the way that you forgive people. Let me be the anchor that actually allows you to be generous when your nature is to be selfish. Jesus doesn't want to be impressive. He wants to be impactful. And if that's Jesus's stance, that might need to be yours. Some of y'all are trying to be so impressive, ain't doing nothing. And God said, I'd rather you be impressive to nobody and impactful to everybody. Yeah. Mark 36, part B, it says, leaving the crowds behind. See, when you're going to not be impressive, that means you're gonna have to divorce your identity from the crowd. Leaving the crowds behind. I need to give you this point because some of you won't be able to make it past this moment if I don't give it to you. If you're gonna dwell in the deep, your boat is not built for everybody. Can I ask you a question? Have you ever been in a storm before? When you were waiting on God, doing the thing he asked you to do, and then out of nowhere? How many people in some area of your life are in a storm right now? Come on, hands lifted all over the world. You're in a storm right now. What happens when Mark 4:37 comes up? That I left the crowd, I decided to go to the deep, and this should be easy now because you are with me, right? And look what verse 37 is, the whole point of this message. But soon a fierce storm came up. No, no, no. That's not possible. It's not possible that I obeyed God. It's not possible that the season was just calm. That's not possible that I trusted God, I gave him the crazy faith offering, I keep showing up. And then Jesus is the one that told me to go to the other side. He's the one that told me to move to Tulsa. He's the one that told me to go to that school. He's the one that told me. And then under Jesus's instructions, a fierce storm came. Has your life ever looked like a storm? Because right now, in many of your lives, that's what it feels like, and that's what it sounds like. It sounds and feels like, how am I out here? And how I'm gonna do what God asked me to do? And what is going on in my life? And I'm out here and it's dark now. And I'm out here and there's nobody helping me. And I'm out here and I don't hear a word from God. What are you saying to me, Pastor Mike? Something you need to know if you're gonna dwell in the deep is the anchor does not excuse the storm. This is the lie that so many churches and people have told you for years, and I'm gonna shoot it to you straight. You can have Jesus and have a storm. It's better to see it coming than to allow yourself to be fooled and then walk away. The storm is coming whether you have Jesus or not. I need to be even more transparent with you because I feel like many people have never done this for you, so I'm going to do it for you. Jesus does not excuse the storm. But can I tell you, Jesus usually escorts you into the storm. I'm your anchor. Trust and know that I am God. Be still and wait on me. God doesn't take you out of the storm. He sustains you in the middle of it. The darkest and deepest places of my life have prepared me for the greatest victories of my life. John 16:33 said, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world, you will have trouble. Can I say it a different way? In this world, you will have a storm. But take heart. I, your anchor, have overcome. Somebody better help me shout in the place today. If you know that our anchor has overcome the world. And then Mark 4:37 said, high waves were breaking into the boat, and it began to fill with water. So the storm got more intense, and the lightning started to go, and the things started to begin to be more, and I'm about to lose my house, and my family doesn't want to invite me places anymore, and things are starting to rock and starting to reel, and things are not looking brighter, but it's looking darker, and I don't know what's happening. Where is Jesus? Have you ever said, where is Jesus? Look what verse 38 tells us Jesus was doing. No. Jesus was sleeping, and Jesus wakes up. Is this what y'all woke me up for? Who told you to go to the other side? Y'all missed it. Is this what you woke me up for, the storm? That when I told you we were going to the other side, I'm the God of all knowing. So I knew there would be a storm, and I decided to sleep in it. When I read this, God began to challenge me that any storm I face, it was planned. It did not catch God by surprise. The storm in your life, the diagnosis, the hurt that has come from that situation, God may have not caused it, but he sure will use it. He knows that the storms are coming.